Hello everyone, welcome to PW Only IS. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you are finding these CSAT videos helpful in your prelims preparation. So in the last video, we discussed clock, right? In clock, we discussed different type of questions asked from clock chapter. Some of those were, we saw what is the relative motion between the hands of the clock. After that, we saw questions from what is the angle between the hands of the clock at different point of time. After that, we solved some questions from faulty clocks. Okay, today we will start with another new topic, which is distance and direction. Every year we are getting at least 2 questions from distance also. So this is also one of the important chapters from logical reasoning. Okay, before going to the questions, we need to first see some concepts from distance and direction. So the first concept we need to know is what are the basic directions, main or basic directions, right? Basic direction. So in 2D, we represent the directions as this, right? For every question based on direction, first you should make this diagram. This is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So the main directions are north, south, east, and west, right? After this, there are intermediate directions. What are the main directions? Main directions are what? We have 4 main directions. 4 main directions are nothing but north, south, east, and west. Now, what are the intermediate directions? These are nothing but northeast, which is between north and east, southeast, southwest, and northwest. So we need these 8 directions and logic behind all these directions to solve questions based on direction. After this, the third thing is rotation, right? Whenever we move from point A to point B, sometime in the question it will be given as after B a person takes right turn, right? And sometime it will be given as left turn. So how to know what is the right direction and left direction? Whenever you are going from this to this, right will be always here, left will be here. So for solving questions, for example, the movement of a person is like this, right, this, then this. Always right, R here, L here, R here, L here, R here, L here. So you know if the next move is right, you should go towards this direction. If the next move is left, you should go downwards, right? Okay, this is it. Then what? What are the clockwise rotation, clockwise and anti-clockwise rotations? What are these? If so, this is nothing but clockwise direction is this, right? And anti-clockwise direction is this. Whenever someone says clockwise direction, just point your fingers towards the paper. This is your clockwise direction. And whenever anti-clockwise is given, point your thumb away from the paper. This is your anti-clockwise direction, right? So, if, for example, from this position A to B, someone takes clockwise direction from point B, clockwise rotation, right? So he will go like this towards his right, right? For another example, if at point B, someone takes anti-clockwise rotation, that means like this. So he will go to the left direction, right? This is also your right, this is your left. Similarly here also, this was your right, this is his left. So right is nothing but clockwise rotation, left is nothing but anti-clockwise rotation, right? Both are same. After this, so what we have covered till now is the main directions. Main directions are north, south, east, and west. After that, intermediate directions, which are northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, right? After this, what is right and left of a movement, right? This is your right movement from this point. This is your left movement from this point, right? Okay. After that, we saw clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. After this, there are two possibilities, right? If you have two points, suppose this is your A and this point is your B. Okay. Again, this is your point A, this is your point B, and the main directions are what? Let me draw the main directions here, main and intermediate directions also. So this is nothing but north, this is your south, this is your east, west, this is your northeast, again this is your southeast, this is your northwest, and this is your southwest. Now, if someone asks what is the position of B with respect to A? So in this case, what we have to do is, in the question it is given what is the position of B with respect to A. So we have to see like this. This is our reference point and we have to see in which direction B is from A. So B is in what direction from A? B is in southeast. So B is in southeast direction with respect to what? A, right? This will be answer. Now, if someone asks you what is the position of A with respect to B, right? With respect to B. So with respect to B means B is our reference point. B will be our reference point. This is our reference point. This is our reference point, right? Here A was our reference point. Okay, so now from reference point to the directing arrow towards the point A. Now what is the direction of A with respect to B? It is nothing but northwest. So A is in northwest direction with respect to B. Okay, so don't get confused, right? You should know what is the reference point, then only you can predict the direction of any point, right? So in this case our reference point was A, in this case our reference point was B. Okay, so now one thing is left, which is your Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. What is this? Suppose you have a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is what? This is your 90 degree, right? This point is A, this point is B, this point is C. So according to Pythagoras theorem, we can say length of AB square equals to plus BC square equals to what? AC square. So by Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square. का मतलब क्या है? How to use this in solving question? For example, we have that A moves from point A to B, which is 3 units, right? And then from B to C, it moves 4 units, right? Now in the question, AC is asked what is the distance between the final position with respect to the initial position, right? So from Pythagoras theorem we know AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. This is nothing but AC square equals to 3 square plus 4 square, right? From here, 3 square is nothing but 9, 4 square is nothing but 16. AC square equals to 9 plus 16, which is 25. From here, AC is nothing but root over 25, which is 5. So, by using Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate the final distance between the initial and final position, right? Let's go over the things once again. So, these are the basics you need to know to solve direction question. What are these? The main directions, ye pata honi chahiye. After that, you should know the intermediate directions. Then, how to take the right and left turn. If I am going from like this is my right, this is my left, this is also my clockwise, this is my anti-clockwise direction, right? Clockwise is nothing but my right direction, anti-clockwise is nothing but my left rotation. After this, how to predict or how to get to the position of a point with respect to another point. There are two possibilities. It depends on the question कि क्या पूछा हुआ है, right? After this, we have Pythagoras theorem. So all the things we need to solve the questions from direction are these 5 to 6 things. Now we will move to questions from directions, right? So let's see the first question. Two friends X and Y start running and they run together for 50 meters, right? So what you have to do is just follow the instruction given in the question and try to make a good diagram based on the information given in the question. So in the first question, suppose X and Y are here. This is our X, this is our Y. So what is given? Start running together. They run together for 50 meters. So let's see, this is our 50 meters, okay, in the same direction, right? And reach a point X, right? Reach a point, right? X turns right. This is our right, this is our left. So X turns right and runs 60 meters. This is 60 meters covered by X, right? Y turns left and runs 40 meters. This is your Y, right? Now here this will be your right, this will be your left. For Y, this will be his right, this will be his left, right? Next, what is the next instruction? Then X takes left and runs 50 meters. Takes left and runs. This is your 50 meter, right? Okay. While Y turns right and runs 50. This is his right, this is 50. Right? This is the final position of Y, this is final position of X. They are in same line. Now what is the question asking? While Y turns right, okay, how far are the two friends from each other? So we need to calculate this distance. This distance is nothing but 40 plus, if we project this is nothing but 40, this is 60. So the required distance is equals to nothing but 40 plus 60, which is 100 meter. So option A is correct, right? Simple question. We just have to translate this question into a meaningful diagram. That's it. And you will be able to visualize what is asked in the question. Let's move to the next question. A woman runs 12 kilometers towards her north. So initially, let me make the main direction. This is your north, this is your south, this is east, this is west. Okay. So a woman, let her start at this point. Okay. Runs 12 kilometers towards her north. 12 kilometers north. Okay. Because this is our north direction. So she will go 12 kilometers north. This is done. 12 kilometers towards her north. Then this is her right. This is her left. Then 6 kilometers towards south. So from this point, she again goes 6 kilometers towards south. This is our south direction downwards, right? So this is also done. And then 8 kilometers towards her east. East is that side. So from here she goes 8 kilometers towards east. Okay, right. In which direction is she from her starting point? So this is her starting point. This is her final point. Okay. Now we need to know direction is she from her starting point. Okay. From here, the question is asking what is the position of B with respect to A. Similarly, in that question, it is asking what is the position of final position with respect to starting position, right? So the reference point will be at starting point. Get back to the question now. So this is our starting point, right? This is our starting point, and according to the question, our reference point also. So from reference point, we need to look at our final point. We need to know what this direction is. This direction is nothing but north east. Okay. All right. So what are the options? North of east, we have two options. Okay. Now we need to see if it is making. Now we need to see if it is making an angle lesser than or greater than 45. Okay. So angle is calculated from here, right? So we know this is 8 and this is 6, right? Whenever 45 degrees are made, that means whenever this is x, this is also x, then the angle made by this direction is 45 degrees, right? If this x is not x, but suppose it is x and now it is 0.8 x, so the angle made by this will be lesser than 45 degrees, right? Here also the bottom side we are having it as 8 and the perpendicular is 6, so the angle will be lesser than 45. An angle less than 45 degrees north of east. Okay, so this is our option, right? Whenever the base and the perpendicular are equal, the angle is 45, right? Now, but in our case, if this is lesser than x, the angle will be lesser than 45. Easy. This is simple trigonometry. Okay. Now let's look at the new question. A bank employee drives 10 kilometers towards south. In every question, try and make the main direction first before solving the question. This is your east, this is your west. Okay. Now let's look at the question. The question is saying the bank employee drives 10 kilometers south. Okay. Let's start here. 10 kilometers south. Right? This is his right and this is his left now. Right? Because if I am going downward, this will be my right side, this will be my left side, right? So this is right, this is left. 10 kilometers south, this is his starting point. Okay, now we have done this. Turns to her left. What is the left direction? That side, and drives another 20. Again, she goes 20. Now this is her right, this is her left. Okay. We are up to this point. She again turns left and drives 40 kilometers. 40 kilometers. This is right, this is left. Again, she turns to her right and drives for another 5 kilometers. Okay. This is 5 kilometers. She again turns to her. This is her right now. This is her left. She again turns to her right and moves 30 kilometers to reach her bank. This is bank. Okay. This point is bank. What is the shortest distance between her bank and her house? So if you see, this is 30, this is 10. Okay. So these points are in line, right? This distance is 20, this distance is 5. So required distance between starting point and bank is nothing but 20 from here to here 20 and from here to here 5. So this is nothing but 20 plus 5. So 25 kilometers. So the option B is our correct answer, right? Very easy questions. You can expect such questions in your 2025 attempt also. Now let's look at the next question. A man walks down the backside of his house straight 25 meters, then turns to the right and walks 50 meters again, ठीक है? Then he turns towards left and again walks 25 meters. If his house faces to the east, house, this is house, okay? Let's first make the main direction. This is north, south, this is your east and west, okay? This is house faces east, so this is front, okay? This is back side. I can write F for front, right? This is front and this is back side, okay? This faces, house faces east, right? Okay. A man walks down the backside of his house straight 25 meters. So he goes 25 this direction, right? Then turns to the right. This is right, this is left. Turns to the right and walks 50 meters. Okay, this is 50. Right? Then he turns towards his left. This is right, this is left and walks 25 again. No worries. Meters. If the house faces to the east, what is the direction from the starting point? Okay. This is the final position. This is the starting point. Okay. Now, if I depict this in this form, final position, starting position, and the direction will be like this. This is our reference point, because in the question it is given what is his direction from the starting point, right? So we have to make arrow like this. What is this direction? This direction is nothing but north west. Is there an option northwest? Northwest, option D is the correct answer, right? These are simple questions. You just have to calculate the distances by using Pythagoras theorem, or you have to calculate, or you have to get to the final directions by using these diagrams, right? Let's look at another question now. A started from his house, okay? Let's suppose this is A. This is our A. A is starting from this position, right? And walk 20 meters towards east. What are the main directions? I am doing this again and again. This will help you if you do this again and again for each direction question, okay? So he moves 20 meters towards east. This is 20, okay? This is his right, this is his left now. Where his friend B joins. So from here we have A plus B, okay? Right, done. They together walked 10 meters. Again 10 meters. This is right, this is left, right? After this point, then A turned to left. A turned to left. This is A. And B turned to right. This is your B. Now, what distance they traveled? 2 and 8 respectively. A went 2 this side, B went 8 this side, okay. Again B turned to his, this is right, this is left, this is right, this is left, okay. Let's make this diagram again bit clearer. So this is your 10, okay. After this point, A is going 2 meters, right? This is your A. Okay. B is going 8 this side. This is B, right? This is right. This is left. This is left. This is right. Okay. Now what is the question saying? Again, B turned to left and traveled 4 kilometers, 4 meters, followed by 5 meters to his right. Right. So this is 4. Again, right, left. This is 5. Okay. This is 5. This is 4. Right. What else? A turned to his right and traveled 12. This is the final position of A. This is the final position of B. Okay. Now the question is asking what is the shortest distance between the two offices. Okay. No issues. So we have to calculate this distance AB. Let this point be C. Okay. Let this point be C. Now see if you can find this is 12 and this is 4. So BC is 8, right? This is 2 plus 8 plus 5. This is 15, right? Now you can understand, right? 2 plus 8, this distance is 10. This is 5 extra. So this total is 15. Similarly, here the length was 12 and here the length was 4. So 12 minus 4 is 8, right? Now AB square is nothing but BC square plus AC square. This is what AB we need to find. This is 8 square plus 15 square. 64 plus 2 to 5. Right? AB square is nothing but 289. AB is nothing but root of 289, which is 17. So 17 is our answer. So 17 meter. Actually, the question is framed incorrectly, right? The distance should be in kilometers. How can the distance between two offices be 17 meter, right? So you can change this question to from meters to kilometers, right? So let's look at the next question. P, Q, R are 3 towns. The distance between P and Q is 60. These are our main directions. I am making these again and again so that you get an idea. If you do this, it will be easier to guess the directions, right? So the distance between P and Q is 60, but we don't know what direction is, so we can't make the diagram till this point. Whereas the distance between P and R is 80. Q is in the west of P. If this is P, Q is in the west. So Q must be somewhere here. Okay. Also, R is in the south of P. Right? R is somewhere here. South of P. If P is sitting here, R is south of P. So this direction, right? South of P. And if P is sitting here and west is this direction. So Q is this side, right? Now what is the distance? This is 60 given in the question between P and Q, and the distance between P and R is your 80. What is asked in the question? What is the shortest distance between Q and R? So by Pythagoras theorem, we can write QR square is nothing but PQ square plus PR square. This is nothing but 60 square plus 80 square. This is nothing but 3600 and this will be your 6400. In total, this is nothing but 10,000. So QR square is 10,000. So QR equals to root of 10,000, which will be your 100. So 100 is your answer. So option D is our answer, right? Now in the next question, let's look at another question. A person climbs a hill first again, north, south, this is your east and this is your west. Okay, a person climbs a hill in a straight path from point O. Let this be point O. Okay, on the ground in the direction northeast. Northeast is which direction? This is northeast. So it is going this direction to reach a point A after traveling 5. So northeast, this is point A and this is 5, right? Then from point A he moves to point B in the direction of northwest. This is your northwest. So now from here he will take the northwest direction. Let the distance between AB be, right? This is point B and it is given that this is 12. This will be 90 degrees, right? Then from point B, now how far is the person away from the starting point? So we need to find OB. By Pythagoras theorem, BO square is nothing but OA square plus AB square, right? This is your square. Okay, OA is given as 5. So this is 5 square plus OAB is 12 square. This is 25. This is 144. This is nothing but 169. So BO square is equals to 169. BO is nothing but root over 169, which will give us 13. So the distance between initial and final point is nothing but 13. Okay. Now let's look at another question. You are getting the point, right? In each question from direction and distances, there are possibility you can be asked the directions, distance or both. In all of the question, you have to read the question carefully and try and make the diagram, possible diagram, right? And then start with the solutions. Mostly questions from this chapters are very easy, right? Low hanging fruits hai, but you need to know how to solve them. Okay. Now let's look at this question. A person X was driving in a place where all roads ran either north south or east west. Again, this is north, this is south, this is east and this is your west. So all the roads ran north south east west, forming a grid. So let's make the grid. These are the roads from east west. Okay, similarly roads from north south. Okay, I think enough, right? Enough, or should I make some more? Let's equate 4 horizontal and 4 vertical, right? Okay, now what? Roads are at a distance of 1 kilometer from each other in parallel. So this is nothing but 1 unit. This is also your 1 unit. Okay, done. He started at the intersection of 2 roads, drove 3 kilometers north. Okay, let the starting point be this. Let this be our starting point. Okay. Why I am taking starting there? Because the next movement is towards west. So we have to move this side, right? So 3 kilometers north means 3 points north. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 3 kilometers north. After that, 3 kilometers west. 1, 2, 3. Right? We are here. 4 kilometers south. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? This is our new position. Okay. Which further route could bring him back to his starting point. So this is starting point and this is final point, right? So now from final point to starting point, he has to go 3 places, right? And 1 north. So see, 3 kilometers east and then 2 kilometers south. No, we need to move what? 3 units towards east and 1 unit towards north. Is there any option like this? Because we have to go like this or this, right? Or we can go like 1 east, 1 north, then 2 east. But in total, we have to go 3 times east. 3 kilometer east and 1 kilometer north. This is our answer, right? Understood? There can be multiple possibilities of 3 east, but in total, we have to move 3 places east and 1 places north. Okay? So, B is our answer. Another question. So this is the Telegram channel. In the last video, I told you after every video on Sunday, you will be getting 10 questions based on the topic I discussed here to practice. Last time I shared 10 questions based on calendar and clock. If you want to practice more questions from direction, you can go to this Telegram channel and do practice with more questions. Okay, let's continue with our questions. A person walks 12 kilometers north. Okay, this is again my north direction, south direction. This is my east. This is my west. I'm doing the same thing again and again. You can see there are less possibilities of variations from direction questions. Okay, a person walks 12 kilometers due north. So this is the starting point. Okay, 12 kilometers north, right? Then 15 kilometers due east. 15 east. Okay. After that 19 kilometers due west. Again towards the west he goes. How? Kitna distance? This is 15. He goes 19 this side. Towards, this is towards east, this is towards north, this is towards west. Okay, 19, done. And then 15 kilometers due south. After this, 15 kilometers due south. This is south direction. This is 15, right? How far is he from the starting point? So we need to calculate. This is final. Let me write it as, name these points. Let it be A, this is B, and this is C. So we need to find AC is equals to BC square plus AB square, right? Now, this is nothing but, BC is nothing but 15 minus 12. This is 3, right? Similarly, this is nothing but 19 minus 15, which is 4, right? So AC square is nothing but, BC is 3 square and AB is your 4 square. This is nothing but 9 plus 16, which is 25. So AC square equals to 25. So AC is what? Root of 25, which is your 5, right? So the answer is A. Got it? There are 4-5 more questions we will solve. Okay. Next question. Let's see. Shahid and Rohit start from the same point. How to attempt these questions while watching the video? Whenever you see the question, stop the video here. First, try the questions yourself. After 2-3 questions, try the questions yourself. If you are not able to solve or you want to check the solution, you can start the video again. Okay. Don't just sit and see the solutions one by one. That won't help. Try these questions yourself. That will help you in your preparation. Okay. Chalo, let's see this question now. Shahid and Rohit start from a same point. Okay. Let the same point be this. This is our Shahid and Rohit at start. Okay. They move in opposite direction. After each 1 kilometer, Shahid always turns to his left. So they move in opposite direction. So let this be Rohit and this be Shahid. Okay. This is row because I will denote R and L, right? This is clear, right? If I am going downwards, right? If I am looking downwards, this is my right side. this is my left side, right? Okay. So this is given in the question. After each 1 kilometer, Shahid always turns to his left and Rohit always turns to his right, right? And they are moving 1 kilometers, right? This is 1, this is 1. So Shahid takes left turn. Again, this is 1. This is his right, this is his left. Again, he will take right turn, left turn, sorry. This is right, this is left, okay. After 3 movement, he will come at this point. Similarly, this is Rohit, right? This is right, this is left. Again, he will come to this point, okay. Now, let's look at the option. This is his right, this is his left, right? After this, they will move this side and this side. Again, get to the starting point. After both have traveled 2 kilometers, the distance between them is 4. This is Rohit. Rohit after 2 kilometers is here, right? And Shahid is here. The distance from here to here is what? The distance between these 2 points is 2 kilometers, right? This is 1, this is 1, right? So this is the wrong option. They meet after each has traveled 3. 1, 2, 3. They are meeting at this point, right? They are meeting at this point. So this is the right statement, okay. They meet for the first time after they have traveled 4. They are meeting after they have traveled 4, but for the first time they meet after 3 kilometers. So this is also wrong. They go on without ever meeting again. No, they are meeting after 3 kilometers and 4 kilometers. So this is also wrong. So our correct option is B, okay. This is somewhat a good question, ठीक है. थोड़ा बहुत सोचना पड़ा इसमें कि कहां पे कैसे मूव कर रहे हैं, right? Let's see another question. There are 6 villages A, B, C, D, E, F, right? F is 1 kilometer to the west. First, let me, this is north, south, this is your east, and this is your west, right? What is given in the question? F is 1 kilometer to the west. So this is F west of D, right? This is your 1, okay. B is 1 kilometer to the east of E. B is, this statement is, B is east of E. This is also 1, okay. A is 2 kilometers to the north of E. So let's make this statement here, right? Okay, this was given. B is 1 kilometer to the east of E. B is 1 kilometer to the east of E. Okay. Why did I draw it here? Because in the next step, A is given with respect to E. A is 2 kilometer to the north of E. So A is here, right? This is your A. This is your 2. This is your 1. Okay. Now this is done. We don't know the exact position of F and D, but they are at a distance of 1. B is done. This is also done. C is 1 kilometer to the east of A. C is 1 kilometer to the east of A. This means this is our east direction. C is somewhere here, right? This is point C. This is 1. So this is also done. D is 1 kilometer to the south of A. So D is somewhere here. This is your point. This is 1. This is point D, right? And we know F is where? F is towards west of D. So F is somewhere here, right? This is 1. Okay, this is done now. Which 3 villages are in line? So A, D and E are in line. So the answer is A, D and E. Right? Simple. We have 6 villages and the position of some of the villages with respect to other villages is given. We need to decode all these things and make this diagram. Right? We can clearly answer A, D, E are in line. Another easy question. Right? Now let's move to the next question, which is location of B is north of A. Again, I will make the same diagram. This is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. Why am I trying to solve same similar questions again and again, because UPSC is asking similar questions of the same type again and again, right? So you need practice so that you don't make mistakes in such easy questions. All right. Location of B is north of A. This is B. This is point A. B is north of A, which is north of A, and the location of this is, there is no mention of the distance. Distance is not given, right? B is north of A, done. And the location of C is east of A. East is that side. Location of C is somewhere here, east of A. The distance AB and AC are 5 and 12. AB is 5, AC is 12, right? These are given. The shortest distance between B and C is, this is simple Pythagoras theorem. So BC square is nothing but AB square plus AC square. We have done this question before, right? So this is nothing but 5 square plus 12 square. This is 25 plus 144. So BC square is equals to 169. So BC equals to root over 169, which is 13. तो डायरेक्टली पूछ लिया, पाइथागोरस अप्लाई करने को बोल दिया है, राइट? Very, very easy question. 2 questions are left, then we will finish this video today, right? So next question is this. This is a good question, right? This is from 2024. We also solved PYQs before this question also, right? I forgot to mention the year. A person walks 100 meters straight from his house, turns left, right? So I will do this question by 2 methods, right? This is the first. This is suppose his house. I don't know where the front is facing or backside is facing. I am assuming, let's assume this is, he walks initially from his house, okay? This is his front side, this is his back side, okay? So 100 meters straight from his house, okay? 100 meters straight from his house. This is his right now, this is his left now, right? Then turns right and walks 100. Before this, turns left and walks 100. This is left 100, right? Now this becomes right, this becomes left. After this, again turns left and walks 300 meters. This is 300 meters. Now, when I'm seeing downwards, this is my right side, this is my left side. So this becomes my left, this becomes my right. Right? This is clear, right? Chalo. Then turns to his right and walks 100. Again walks 100 to reach his office. Reach his office. This is his office, right? Okay. Which direction does he walk initially from his house if his office is exactly in the northeast direction? So from house to office is given. This is your northeast direction, right? So if I make the new direction with respect to the given direction, this is your north, east, south, west. This is your northeast. So the initial movement was towards this side. So this is nothing but south. So the answer is south. See, but some of you will get confused how I made this diagram like this. So this is nothing but, let's assume, right? This is nothing but, I assume at the start that this is his front, right? House front. Now what to do? Let the house be this, and this is his front, this is his back side, okay? So he goes 100 initially, right? After that he takes a, this is left, this is right, he takes a left turn and moves 100 again. This is right, this is left, again takes a left and goes 300, right? This is right, this is left. After that, takes a right turn and get to, this is right, 100. Now, this is the office. Okay, this is house. So in this case, office is here, house is here, and this direction is nothing but northeast. In this case, we can make our main diagram directions as this: north, south, east and west. Okay, this is northeast. So what is the initial direction he moves to? This is again your south. Okay, so the orientation of the map is changed or the direction is changed, but the context is same. You can solve this question by this or this, right? But at the start of the question, it was not mentioned which direction he is going, so I assume let it go in the north direction, right? Done. This was a good question. This is our final question now. We'll end our video with this. A person walks 10 meters westward, right? This is again our main directions. This is S, east, west. Okay, a person walks 100 meters westward. This is west, this is 100. Okay, this is right, this is left. If I am going like this, this will be my right clockwise, this will be my left anti-clockwise, right? So this is right, this is left. Then he turns left and walks 100. Okay, right? He then takes 225 degrees. He is facing here, right? He is facing this side. From this direction, he takes 225 clockwise direction. In which direction he is now, right? So here, from here, he will take a 225, right? This is 90 degrees clockwise. This is 90 degrees again clockwise, and this is 45 degrees clockwise. In total, we have moved 225 total. What is the final direction? The final direction is northeast. So northeast is our answer, right? We have solved every possibility of a question from direction chapter, right? We first started with main directions, right? Then intermediate directions. After that, what? Clockwise, anti-clockwise movement. Then right and left movement, right? So that Pythagoras theorem. Okay, and then we solved questions from direction. If you do these number of questions from direction, it is more than enough for your preparation for this attempt, right? You will get simple questions from direction and distance. So please practice these questions. Okay, if there are any doubts from calendar, clock or this chapter, please reach out to me on the Telegram link I just shared with you in this video. Okay, you will get your 10 practice question based on direction and distance tomorrow in the same group. Hope you have a great week. We will meet next Sunday, right? Thank you.